Look, I'm not going to come on here and insult your intelligence and try to push anything else going on in the NBA right now except this. The main event Monday night is not the DC Roughnecks taking on the Houston Renegades, or whatever the hell they're called. DC Defenders versus Houston Roughnecks. We went 3-0 in the XFL. You'd think I know. It's Joel Embiid versus Nikola Jokic. That's the only thing anybody cares about tonight. So if you're trying to push some other bullshit, save it. It's 5 bets in 5 minutes. Yeah, you kind of got where we're going, right? It smells to me like a 5-leg same game parlay. That's just, I would say, because we've got Joker and Embiid and all this major shit that's going to circle around this game. Just get to the damn game already. It's also March 27th. It's not even in the playoffs. Whew. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you can, please. We'd love that. Goes a mile. Let us begin. 5 bets in 5 minutes. Yeah, we're going to do same game parlay. Maybe we'll do 4 legs and somewhere else. That's fine. But I want to begin here with the game itself. The Sixers getting 4.5 on the road in Denver right now because Joel Embiid, at the time in which we're doing this, is questionable. He will play, all right? At Shander Show on Twitter, easiest way to follow and get at me on top of the comments here, of course. He's going to play. I was talking about this earlier on TV here in Philly and as well as on Twitter. He is going to play. I don't think he should play, but Joel Embiid certainly will. And the problem, of course, is that this is just all about winning the MVP. Everything to win the MVP. Come on, come on. Well, the reality, though, is that both Jokic and Embiid are probably wire to wire, neck and neck, with a little bit of Giannis sprinkled in there. So I understand why both guys are playing, even though I don't think Embiid will play. So real quick, what does that correlate to? Well, it should in your mind, if you know you're going to get Embiid and Jokic out there in a game in which the spread will move, right, closer to 0, closer to a pick 'em. That means starters out there for a longer period of time, which means slower possessions, which means simply less scoring. And without James Harden, less facilitating, more ball on man scoring as opposed to just movement and being able to create. Nobody's creating space to then pass out of like James Harden on that team. Tyrese Maxey's able to create some space and score, but that takes more time off the clock. And again, the other thing about starters, they hit more shots. So it's not in volume they hit more shots, but better shooting percentage. Ball goes through the net, clock doesn't stop, it keeps moving. They're not going to be running up and down the floor here tonight in Denver, I can promise you that, with 2 main pieces being center pieces. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, speaking of Maxey, I don't think you're going to see, by any means, James Harden. What does that do for the other side? Without James Harden, you have an opportunity for a guy to do a lot in Jamal Murray. 25 plus is ridiculous. That puts us up to 1,600. But 20 points for Jamal Murray against a backcourt that I don't think has the capabilities. Yeah, I'm not going to destroy Harden because his defense is better than advertised, but I don't think anybody in that Sixers backcourt has the defensive capabilities to slow down Jamal Murray. And Jamal Murray at that point is more likely to hit 23, 24. I don't want to tempt 25 because we don't need to. But Jamal Murray getting to 20 points, we talked about ISO ball players and their ability to attack the Sixers. Next leg, we're going to go under Jokic points. Now, I built the NBA parlay earlier today. We just hit one on Saturday here, so make sure you check that out with the OddsShopper premium tool. But it's going to be under 26.5 points for Nikola Jokic. And I think that's going to factor in, right? Look at the difference. It's correlating. Plus 250 is all we're getting here because that would make sense. Sixers hanging in this game under 229 total, 20 for Jamal plus. Somebody's going to struggle from a point standpoint. And to me, that's going to be Nikola Jokic under at least 27 points. That's all. Just under 27 points. That's a pretty good 4-leg same game parlay. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, we'll get back to the NBA. I'll give you one more play here but I'm going to leave it at just that. If I may, okay? And again, in the final couple of seconds in this fourth pick, Jokic up against Embiid, it's not going to go well. I don't like that at all, and I think that matchup has already been exploited multiple times over. Man, I mean, at this point, you look at the board and you think, all right, well, what really jumps out here? You've got a couple of big spreads, absolutely. Wolves taking on the Kings, that should probably be tight. What about the Bulls, right? That's probably pretty sharp against the Clippers. I think we just need to take advantage of this. And 115 to 1, I'll take the 1. I'll lay the 1. They'll win the game. You can still technically parlay this, but let's end with the Pacers continuing to be the next team up, frustrating the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know how you're getting around. Kyrie Irving was a major flop, a major mistake. This has been a disaster. 1 win, 2 wins, it's not enough to pull you out of any major tailspin right now. And the Pacers are just quite dangerous, desperate, to where it's like, well, fuck it, the year's over. To where they could just go out there and say, let's continue to be the next team up and take advantage of this shit. All right, there's your 5 and 5. I honestly, I think the Dallas Mavericks, and this is not reinventing the wheel, but the Dallas Mavericks are in major trouble. Major trouble. You aren't if you're in Jersey, Colorado, Virginia, or Ohio. Those 4 states, you should be taking advantage of this. I'm a little disappointed. You're watching this video, you haven't done this, and then I see the numbers of like Lindy's video, the DFS channel, you're getting emails, all of these other ways and means for you to connect to Bet365. I'm like, all right, well, is it just in your head and you're not taking advantage of it here? You have to be 21 or older. As you know, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And all you need to do is click this link below, sign up, deposit $10, claim that offer, bet $1, get $365 back. So you bet $1 on anything and you get $365 back right into your account. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's all I'm saying. Here's the 5 and 5, including a 4-leg same game parlay. Sixers 4.5 under 229.5 for the total. 20 plus for Jamal, under 26.5 for Jokic. Oh, and the 5th place, since it's 5 and 5, Pacers -1. I'll see you on the Discord. Half off your first week. Lindquist, Raza, Isaiah, Eitan. 2 last names, 2 first names. I'll see you there, right, today. We're doing great stuff, by the way, on the Discord. In case you haven't seen, you have to wait for the Birdman app. You have to wait for Elon Musk's crap app to load. Futures, we're hitting that. Hit another couple of parlays. It's just nonstop. We want you to be a part of the Discord because this is where great stuff is happening. Monster 14-leg parlays, whatever. It's fine. You know, we're here for you. So be a part of this and join half off your first week below. Speaking of Lindquist, I'll see you and him today at 4 o'clock right here